All right, guys, how's it going? There's a bit of a twist here. Right, now listen, I didn't think you were going to see my chubby cheeks again today. I was sat over there on the sofa chilling, right? I thought I'd done my videos for the day or whatever. And then I received an audio message, right, from a journalist in Madrid, a very, very, very well-known journalist that writes for Marca, that is very close to Real Madrid and the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation. Now, you've got to remember, a journalist is told things and maybe little bits here, little bits there, or whatever, right? And then they throw bits of opinion in and stuff like that, yeah? Now, I don't speak Castellano, right? Spanish, Espanol, okay? I speak a little bit. I'm not fluent. I'm certainly not, fluent when someone's speaking very fast or whatever. To cut a long story short, I received this audio message, and I can understand bits of it, and I'm like, fuck me, I really need to make sure I've got this right, what's being said to me here. So initially, I put the audio message into Google Translate, and what I did, I can't show you, but I received it on this phone, I can't remember, and I record on this phone. So I played on one and used the other. I put the two phones together like that, so the audio played into Google Translate, right? Done it loads of times when I've been on Tinder in the past, right? And the audio went into Google Translate, but it didn't make sense, right? It was like, that don't make sense, sort of thing. So I then thought, I know what I'll do. I'll throw the audio into the AI and say, what I do when I go to the cafe in the morning and review the newspapers, the Spanish newspapers, I say sometimes, I'll say, translate this article, and where there's double meanings on certain translated words, remember this is a football article and use football terminology. And then it's perfect. It works perfectly like that, right? So I basically did that and said, look, I'm going to provide you some audio, translate it. It's relating to football, and it gave me the response, right? And I'm gonna play it to you. I could play the original message to you, but then I would be playing that person. And although you probably won't know who that is, I don't want to do that, right? So if you're new to my channel, I am trying to grow a channel here, guys. I've been here for nearly 30 years, right? My peoples that have been around here with me for decades know that I'm not pulling the leg or anything here, right? What I'm trying to do here is give you the vibe from Madrid. Now, the vibe from the Madrid in this message is that, think it's done, think it's secure. They wouldn't have gone for him in January, as we've been saying on this channel for ages and on the members website, if it wasn't, more or less there, or it wasn't close. But anything can happen. And this is like, I don't know. It's just, there's all this confidence that it's done. I don't think it's done, right? You know that anyway, regardless of what's come through tonight, because I've been telling you that. What everyone else is saying, I'm like, to me, done means irreversibly, legally binding, can't U-turn. Even if he breaks his leg tomorrow, he's still going to Real Madrid, right? But this journalist here is saying, well, it sounds like it's done. But there's always a chance it might not happen, right? And this is the bit that I think you will be interested. If it doesn't interest you, right, log off. Right, I'm going to try and play it to you, right? So bear with me. I've never done this before, so... Hello, are you there? Hello, are you there?
I'm here. What's up?
Right, listen, do me a favour and read that last bit of text that's on our conversation. It was translated. I know you can't go back to that, but I want you to read the text that is the translation. Can you do that for me, please?
Sure, Duncan. Here's the text again. Well, first of all, good afternoon. And look, I can tell you for sure. Look at Davies, right? I don't think it's a comparable case. But when a club makes an offer in December for a player whose contract ends in June, it means they have it pretty much tied up. But I honestly believe they've got it locked in. Still, until they're here with him or any player, a lot of details can change. Look at how Mbappe spent a year saying yes, and in the last week changed his mind. But honestly, I do think it's done.
So that is the translated words from the journalist, right? that's been covering this like all the time, right? So when you think about it, he's talking about Davies there. That's Alphonso Davies. Now remember the Trent and Davies situation running parallel. Yeah, do you remember like sit tight, let your contracts run out, we'll come and get you kind of thing. But if you renew, then we can't make it happen. And then the Madrid-based media was saying, especially about Trent, they said, Trent's he's done as he's been told. They didn't word it like that, but it was kind of like he's been a good boy. You know what I mean? It was a bit like, yeah, he's stuck to his side of it. He's sat there. He's dragged the contracts out. He wants to come to Real Madrid. And they were saying some of the things about Davies. But as you know, Davies U-turned, right? Davies U-turned. Now, the Madrid-based media then said, well, we were never really that bothered. The agent was fucking us around last year and all that, right? Which might be them just trying to save a bit of pride or whatever. But in fairness, they didn't offer any money for Davies to try and sign him sooner, before, like they did with Trent in January, which is what that's about. So if you think about it, first of all, good afternoon. I received it this evening, but that's what it's saying in Spain kind of thing. And look, I can tell you for sure, look at Davies, right? So look at Davies, right, question mark. I don't think it's a comparable case. I would agree with that because the Davies one was, there were, if you look into it, the agent before, there were oohing and ahhing, delaying, is he going to come? Were they using Real Madrid to get a better deal at buying and stuff like that? So I agree with the, I've just got a message from my Spanish friend. She's just messaged me because I said to her, I need you to translate some audio for me. And she's just messaged me and gone, sure, I can do it for you. I'm still going to get her to do it, right? I'm in a right fluster here. I don't know, I just got excited, you know what I mean? Because I know I'm bringing you something a bit different. So if this video goes online, this one, right, then what she sends back to me in translation is exactly the same as what the AI has done, and it's spot on. Send me the audio and I'll translate it. Oh, that's amazing. Bless her. I'm going to prove it to you, right? Hang on a minute. I don't want to show up all my stuff there, but I don't know if you can see that. All right. So she's my friend, so she will help me with this as well in a minute, just to double check that the AI is right, okay? So I won't upload this video if I'd have to reload it again. But if you're watching this one, you know that the AI was spot on, and she's confirmed it. So, I don't think it's a comparable case. I would agree with that, right? In other words, like, well, Davies U-turn, but this is a bit different. Trent's always shown that it doesn't say this, but Trent's always shown that he wants to go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid bid for him, offered money in January. They didn't do that with Davies. They wouldn't have done that if Trent hadn't indicated he was up for the move. So you know that is not a comparable case, right? So I agree with that. But when a club makes an offer in December for a player whose contract ends in June, it means they are pretty much tied up. So you would agree with that, because Real Madrid, they must know all the terms, the finances and everything for Real Madrid to have made that offer in January, right? They must have done. But I honestly believe they've got it locked in still until they're here with him. What that means is until the representatives, the agent, his brother, whatever, and still they're here with him or any other player, a lot of details can change, right? So in other words, like what I say, until it's like done in my lingo, in my terminology, done, anything can fucking happen, right? And then look at how Mbappe spent a year saying yes to Real Madrid, and in the last week, when he was due to sign, he doesn't say that here, but he says in the last week, changed his mind, and that was in 2022, if you remember. Go and look it up. And then he finishes, but honestly, I do think it's done. So I think what he's saying there is, he's going to go ahead and that, but it's like everyone's telling, all these like, even fucking Talk Sport and these people saying, it's all done, he signed it, he said, no, it's not. This is, you can't get any closer. in my opinion, media-wise, than what I have here in terms of Madrid. Now, if you want to stick and just go, no, I'm not going to listen to the Spanish, I'm going to stick to Paul Joyce and Ornstein, and fine. Not that they're contradicting this, to be honest with you. They're very quiet. But for me, my opinion, and you can form your own. That's very kind of you, Fatty. You can form your own opinion. My opinion is that it's not signed. It could collapse. Anything could happen, but it probably will go through. All right. So what's the point of making the video then? Well, the point of making the video is everyone's telling you it's done. And here we are. Trust me, other than someone from actually on the board of Real Madrid, I don't think you can get a better source than this on this. All right. So there you go. The reason for the video is to say Trent Alexander-Arnold could change his mind. Could. Will he? I don't think he will, personally. But I think it's important for me to provide this update to you because we're talking about, like, he's gone. People are coming on my live streams, and saying, Judas this, Judas that. How many videos has it come up in today on here? Do you know what I mean? So I hope you understand the reason I've made the video. The video is not to give you a false hope if you're a Trent fan or anything like that. The video is to say to you, in Madrid right now, as of this evening, they expect it to go through, but they've been stung before. Alphonso Davies U-turned recently, not comparable maybe, but Mbappe, yeah, I'm coming for a year, and then changed his mind. Eventually went there, obviously, but there you go. So I'll leave it with you, all right? So I was going to keep this just for channel members because quiet life, you know what I mean? Last thing I need is some fucking 15-year-old punk coming on here going, yeah, clickbait, it's trying to grow a channel or something. Listen, I'm on the fucking Mediterranean. I don't have to prove anything. I'm all right where I am. Thank you very fucking much, all right? Interesting, isn't it? I'll be glad when it's all fucking sorted, to be honest with you. My personal opinion, I don't think he'll U-turn. I think he'll go there. What do you think? Do you not believe me? Does anyone not believe me? I don't give a fuck if you're a newcomer and you don't believe me. But I would be willing to verify this with one of you lovely people. You'd have to be someone that's known around the community here. Miserable Martin, for example. If Miserable Martin says, I'll speak to Dunk, then that's Red Raw LFC, for example. I'd be happy to share the whole thing with Miserable Martin, for example. Oh, there's other people as well. But then he can verify and say, yeah, I've seen it. So he won't be able to understand it. But yeah. All right, I'll leave it with you guys. Okay. Don't think it changes anything, but it's just interesting how everyone thinks it's done, but it isn't. But it will be, kind of thing. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up. Please thumbs up the video. I was sat over there minding my own business. I was watching a bit of telly. I had to turn telly off and everything. Time is it? It's fucking 9 o'clock at night. I've been doing this since 7 o'clock this morning. So please, at the very least, with your thumbs up the video, drop me a comment, right? It's fucking Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'll kill the cunt if I ever see him. All right, guys, come on. See you in a bit. All right.